all the rules to keep me sane.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the English shooting live stream. There's a lot of new stuff going on this week. As I've been promising, I wanted to bring up the quality of these streams. So I have a new mic, so how do I sound? And I've finally found a way to get the Sony connected up and live streaming, but this is a completely new setup, so God knows what is going to happen. It's probably going to be a complete disaster. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in and joining. If it's your first time, then hello, welcome. Thank you for finding the channel and clicking on the live stream. If you don't know what the usual setup is, then it's just question and answers, topics, whatever you want to to talk about. There is a chat section, so anything you want to talk about, shooting related or otherwise, then please put it in the chat section. Keep the conversation going. I do have a number of topics as well that I want to cover this evening, and yeah, obviously there's been some fairly interesting and big news across the pond. I guess it's not necessarily big news, but sort of a big event. And of course in the UK, nothing's really changed. We're still cramped up inside the house, not really allowed to go out and enjoy the sport that we all love. But anyway, more importantly and more positively, Happy New Year. This is the first stream of 2021. And yeah, I never knew I'd get this far with the live stream and the channel. But yes, Arius, I'm getting a nice 1080 20 frames ish. Sounds all right. Sounds better than the potato cam of the webcam of the Mac. Just a warning: if things do all go Pete Tong, I will be swiftly moving back to the webcam. So well, straight into it, Simon. So yes, I do know it's you. Don't worry. It's a bit dark, but can hear. See, I can never get the brightness right with this, because every time I get the brightness good on my screen, it's brighter when it comes through to you guys. I don't know what's going on. I need some sort of technical wizard to be able to help me out with it and get that sorted. But I think overall so far this is a bit of an improvement. So yes, a little bit of a different thumbnail to usual. That was very purposeful. Lovely image of Connor's, lovely image of me in an orange jumpsuit. I think there's a lot of people that believe that's where I should belong. But yeah, the main topic, hence the thumbnail, is the UK shooting Discord. I know there's a lot of usernames that I'm recognizing from the Discord server, and a lot of people have come over, so thank you for joining. I don't know whether we're in for a ride, the usual sort of English shooting crew, or whether you're going to be in for a ride. So I don't know. I think it might be a case of fight to the death and see who remains. We've also got Connors from Magload in the chat. Of course, I'm sorry, it is just me again this evening. We were talking today about potentially streaming, different ways of doing it. Zoom, there's loads of software that we can use to try and get Connors here virtually. Maybe even we can do a call. We can have Agony Aunt Connors segment and get him on the phone, and you'll at least be able to hear his lovely, deep, soothing voice. Not something you want to hear late at night. Let me reassure you on that. So yeah, the Discord. So to be completely honest, I'm still not entirely sure what the Discord is, what it's really meant for, where it started and all that. It is, for all intents and purposes, from a complete noob, a new sort of social media. I think my fiance actually said the best description is like it's a rapid forum. So it's the UK shooting Discord, and organised as ever. I was meant to have a link ready for you guys, but I haven't got it. So you do need a specific invite link. Let me guess, someone's going to put it right in there before I even get the chance. Where is it? That's not a challenge because I've got it now. And where's the chat? So there we go. There's the Discord link. So go on there. Let's see how high tech I can be now. So that's right. We've got browser. This is it's not particularly good. I'm sort of hacking this thing to work. I will get it better, I promise you. So this is what you'll be greeted to. Ignore all of this to begin with. That won't be there. So you'll be greeted by this in the Discord. Make sure, this was sort of confusing for me because I don't like reading. Go and follow that link that I've put in the chat and click this tick box here, and that will then give you access to the full the sort of full Discord. And prepare yourself. It's a wild one, but it's been set up for UK shooting, and it's basically a chat room. So it's like this, like super duper. If any of you old fogies out there remember MSN, it's like MSN on steroids. Why no download Discord app? Because I'm a technophobe. I sort of bludgeon things into working. I like browsers. I spend most of my time on computers, so it's just easier, really. So yeah, it's been created. I was nothing to do with the creation of it. I was contacted by the guys that made it. I believe Mr. Captain Crack is the man in charge. Is that right? Oh no, that's Ollie Lita. Sorry, Captain Crack is one of the range officers. So if you're naughty, then he'll give you a bit of a spanking, and that could be quite literally. So if you're new to shooting, if you want to sort of go and talk to like-minded people, find out a bit more information, then go and check out the Discord server. There's tends to be people on it all the time. Different segments. There's a segment for politics. There's a segment for just general shenanigans, and many shenanigans there are, and also different segments for, say, rimfire. Actually, let me just bring it. I've got it right here. I got this all prepared just so I can show you, and might as well use it. So you can see here on the side all the different chat rooms. Let's see what the guys. I'm gonna really regret this. I know I'm gonna regret this. Oh, it seemed. Oh no, Ollie's fucking child on stream. Floodgates open. Oh wow. Okay, so you guys are taking that up pretty quickly. I'm definitely going to end up scrolling on something that's going to get this channel banned. But anyway, so this is the sort of thing, and you can react, and this is going to look really random if you're not watching the stream, but we have made it. Connors and I, and Daniel for that matter, have made it. That's right. There's a Callum, Connors, and Dan emoji. I feel so accomplished now. This is why I'm plugging the hell out of it, because I've been having an immense amount of fun over the past few days with it, and it's just like-minded people. You know, you talk about cars on there. They've got the garage, they've got Hall of Fame. Go and check that out. There's a few funny ones there. So yeah, it's just a good place to go and find out a bit of information, have a general chat, and actually I found it sort of come at the right time with lockdown at the moment. You know, I'm going into work because we can't work from home, but going and seeing the same people every single day and coming back home and not going and doing anything, you get very cabin feverish. So to go in there, and there's people that I haven't seen in a while that are on there already. So getting to catch up with them and have a conversation, it's just a much faster, more fluid way than like Facebook or Messenger. And I guess the general gist of it is that if people are on, you can see when people are online. Again, I'll bring it up. You can see all the usernames. It will show the status, and basically if people are on there, they're up for a chat, they're up for a laugh. So yeah, go and join it. I'm super impressed. So big applause to the guys that set that up, and hopefully it can grow and become a great resource for growing the shooting community and helping people understand. Again, that's why this channel was created, is to help people understand the nuances, to point people in the right direction for where they need to go to get their certificates. And on that note, deviating away from the Discord momentarily, it is going to be absolute carnage when I go in there later. It's going to take me hours to catch up. But license update, there isn't any. Same again. I'm still don't have a license. Still don't have my FAC. Although I don't know if I talked about it in the last stream, but looking at it, no, I think this was only a few days ago. Actually, again with my new high tech. Let's get it up. Not like that. So I was on the Hampshire website, the Hampshire Firearms. Oh no, that's just Hampshire. Go away, Parallels. Leave me alone. Hampshire Firearms. I will perfect this setup. It's not. It's all very new to me. There's lots going on, and miraculously, we're still going strong. So here's the page, but very interestingly, if you have, but unfortunately we cannot give time. Or have they changed it? Oh, there you go. So we are unable to process new applications for the grant of a firearm, shotgun, or explosive certificate unless these are for genuine vocational or professional needs. So seeing as all of my income comes through various shooting avenues, I think it would be pretty fair to say that I have a genuine vocational and professional need for an FAC or SGC. I put in for a core terminus. So I'm going to drop them an email. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but my next stream, next Thursday, may have some update for you. I might just have a big fat no. Just a quick reminder, there is a like button for the stream if you're enjoying it. If you're not, I hope you are. Please give the stream a big thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube analytics. It helps grow the channel, reach new people, get more people into this sport. So it's much appreciated. And of course there is the chat. So get involved. There's no such thing as a stupid question unless you're asking questions to Connors. He can be abrasive with stupid questions, but I'm a little softer, and I'll try and answer anything that you wanna know. And with so many people in the stream at the moment, we should be able to, between us, answer any questions. So Simon's asking, Sinner 2004, if you don't know, is Discord better than Facebook pages? Personally, I'm enjoying Discord a lot more at the moment than I am Facebook. It's just a little bit more silly, but it's just a little bit more fluid. It flows better, a little bit more engaging, very addictive. Where Connors and I have basically spent the last 2 days on it, along with other friends on there. It's different. It's like it's comparing two sort of different things. The thing with Facebook is it's very slow. Like I was again explaining it to someone last night, and I was saying, you know, with Facebook, just because you have Messenger there doesn't mean that someone necessarily wants to talk to you or reply, even though it shows you online. Someone might message you, you might be in the middle of something, you might have the Messenger open up on your phone or the laptop or computer or whatever, but it doesn't mean that they're necessarily there to talk. Whereas with Discord, like if you're on there, it's a good chance that you want to get engaged, you want to have a conversation, have a natter. So it's, you know, if you're feeling a bit lonely, as I'm sure we all are, and you want to actually talk to groups of shooters out there, then it's perfect for it. Just again, prepare yourself. But yeah, go and check that out. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. It looks like they're being we come in peace. Yeah, no, you don't. No, I've been in there 2 days now. I know what your real agendas are. But anyway, we are Magload. I'm like 40 grit sandpaper when hungry. Yes, definitely. Always a happy Connors if you want a happy life. That sort of sounds like he's my wife or husband, but anyway, yeah, there is a chat box. Unfortunately I have been ignoring it, but let's see what you guys are saying. 3D printed spanking paddle when okay, let's try and keep it to shooting. Normies, get out of my Discord. Yeah, all right, if you want, we'll leave. Is anyone wanting to talk about shooting? Any shooting questions? Anything you want to talk about? Theory: COVID is manufactured to stop Callum getting his FAC back. It does seem like that. It really does. I mean, I rushed to get it in after what happened. Oh, it's after the first big lockdown. Went to the GP, got all the medical forms and all that, got it straight in, and then of course further lockdowns again. But actually, talking about, you know, shooting, COVID, BASC have recently, I think it was today, I'm going to get it up on my screen here, so so there's been a little bit of confusion, as there always is, because the rules are constantly changing and tiers are moving up and being created and lockdowns are being imposed willy-nilly. Then what can happen is, you know, people don't know, and it's always better to be safe rather than sorry in terms of the guidance. You certainly don't want to, as an FAC or SGC holder, you want to stay on the right side of the law. You want to stay on you know, the good books of firearms licensing. So BASC have said that BASC is advising members, in light of government providing greater clarity on the new COVID regulations in England, so this is only England at the moment, activities such as wildfowling, deer stalking and rough shooting are allowed as a form of exercise so long as certain stringent conditions are met around travel and social distancing. So we talked about this on the last stream, and I said that we were in a tier 4, which is full lockdown, and basically it was like non-essential travel. So as long as the grounds that you were shooting on were close to you, and you can justify that it wasn't a long distance, and you weren't certainly traveling out of the tiers. Obviously we don't have tiers at the moment, it's a full national lockdown, but you've still got to be very mindful. Just because, say you're in Portsmouth and you go, okay, I'm going to go for a bit of wildfowling today, and you drive up north, that's not going to be justified. In line with these conditions, BASC does not consider that driven game shooting or other group shooting activities should take place. It's funny that there's a little bit of a lack of anything to do with target shooting. It's almost like BASC has forgotten it. I mean, I'm not particularly surprised if I'm going to be honest. So in terms of target shooting, it's not necessarily clear, but it is saying that it's for forms of exercise, not necessarily for anything professional or for work, so that it is recreational. So they are basically saying you can go out and recreationally shoot, but I would imagine, just like talking about it last time, it's going to be, you know, going on your own, or maybe only one other person or somebody within your bubble. So just be careful, be sensible about it. If you're lucky enough to have a bit of land that you can go and shoot on, and it's local, and you want to go and put some steel plates up, I'm sure going on your own isn't going to be an issue. Jennifer, can I still go fox shooting if it's pest control? Well, again, rough shooting, wildfowling, they haven't necessarily said pest control, but they've said that for a form of exercise, going shooting is allowed. Again, making sure that you don't travel too far, and that you're not meeting up in big groups with loads of people. So yeah, that's sort of about it on COVID. I mean, BASC is doing a reasonable job of keeping people up to date, liaising with government and liaising with the police to be able to provide guidance and information on what you can and can't do. Again, it does seem very hunter sort of shooting at living things, sort of shooting based, but target sports, I guess, will be included in that as well. Richard Weston, welcome back to the stream, Richard. I hear you're looking for some Magload goodies very soon, so we're very pleased to hear that. The NRA have cancelled all courses until April. So courses are usually done in groups, so it's like the UK PSA safety courses. If you want to go and do IPSC matches, you need to go and get your shooter certification. It's not safe shooting card. It's your oh god, I've gone blank. Connors will give the proper name for it, but you need to do a course to be able to do it, get your competition license, and of course that's usually done in groups, or it's at least done with an instructor, another person. It's not essential at the moment, and any NRA courses again are going to be non-essential, so that's why they've shut. Also, you know, they are a leisure business. They are in the leisure sort of sector, so they have been forced to shut with other leisure sectors as well, other leisure businesses as well. So yeah, unfortunately ranges are going to be shut. Any sort of local club ranges are going to be shut, not shot, hopefully not shot. Always make sure you point your muzzles in a safe direction. But in terms of personal private ranges, rough shooting, stuff like that, again, you should be able to do it. Pest control is classed as work. Well, it does depend. It depends if you are doing it professionally. I mean, I could go on to a permission and do some pest control. Doesn't mean it's necessarily work for me, because I'm going to somebody else's land. But yes, I know what you mean. It is classed as work, especially if you're being paid to do it, or it's essential. Again, it's all about non-essential, and as long as you can prove that it's essential, you should be golden. Love my Magload lucky bag. Lucky bag? Do we sell lucky bags? False advertisement. Where's Connors? He'll be here to put everything right. Magload. You can ask me as well. Like I know Well, I guess Connors is answering all the questions that I haven't seen. So, Tarak Mahmood. A woman from my play club works for a Worcester Firearms. She said they just fob you off. just relay and copy the chief of police. Okay, so they're just saying, Tarak is saying that basically his local firearms department is fobbing people off. Again, we've talked about this before. It is a bit of an excuse, unfortunately, and it's a fairly valid excuse, although again, we're all allowed to go out and work if you can't work from home. And the FEO, well, they can't work from home, not unless they're going to start doing meetings via Zoom. So in terms of the guidance, in terms of the law, FEOs and firearms licensing departments are allowed to continue. Obviously, it's down to the department whether they deem it necessary, and if they make the decision that they're not going to put people at risk, then unfortunately that's their decision. You can't really, unfortunately we can't challenge it. You know, you try and take them to court at the moment going they're doing this just to not give out licenses, you'll be laughed out of it. Again, they've deemed it to be non-essential at this point. But yeah, so I can imagine that COVID is going to be used as a justification or a reason or an excuse for long waiting times, backlogs, stuff like that for a very long time. Captain Crack, how do we feel about BASC observing the new legislation? Thank you for reminding me that I did have a little bit of a talk about this in the Discord. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh no, it was a screenshot actually. I think it was on their Facebook. They put a post out. Let's have a look. This isn't going to just turn into a complete BASC bash, I promise you. Let's get that up. Ooh. 1 minute, where is it? What am I doing? This is all very new. Bear with me. I'll get BASC up and let's see if we can find it. There we go. Found BASC. So let's go onto their Facebook page. Where is it? It was here somewhere. I do post a lot. Here we go. This was the article. Let me try and keep an eye. There's so many things going on. Carl Volt, yes, there's a Discord. Scroll up in the... Oh no, actually, can I just... Is it still there? There you go. There's the invite. Go and check out the Discord. So yeah, this is BASC anyway. This is what we were talking about in the Discord, I think last night or the night before. And it says, it's basically about the, obviously as you can see, antique firearms. But it's saying that they are observing today's proceedings, and the comments were not not very sympathetic, let's just say. And basically the general consensus of it is we need you to be doing more than just observing it. You know, we need you to be lobbying. We need you to be lobbying. We need you to be pushing back. And of course they go, yes, we are. We're doing our job. We're doing our lobbying behind the scenes. Well, you're not telling us. You're not telling us about it. You're not showing us what you're doing behind the scenes because you're being all secret squirrel about it. Hello, Holly. So Holly is my fiance, I can say now. So I popped the question on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, mainly so I never forget that date. Very hard date to forget. So yes, thank you Connors, thank you Arius, thank you Daniel, Matt Liddy, evening Mrs. Callum, not quite yet. She's still a miss. But yes, thanks Holly for coming to join us. Give Callum 30 seconds to catch up. Yeah, we are on a bit of delay. It's always a bit of a delay. That's more of a dropout protection method, so to make sure that we don't drop out of the stream. But sorry, yeah, 21 gun salute. You can bet. We'll try and get the land cleared for everyone to shoot. So on to BASC. Sorry Holly. Back onto BASC. This is the problem that I've had for a very long time, and I've raised with directly with Christopher Graffius. who is the communications director, I think, for BASC. And I said, you tell us of all this stuff going on behind the scenes, and you sort of pat yourself back on the back all the time, saying all this great stuff that you're doing, but no one knows about it. No one actually hears what you're doing behind closed doors, and we can't give credit for stuff we don't know that's going on. And it's very easy for them to sort of hide behind, well, yes, behind the scenes we're doing a very good job. Well, no one knows. You could be doing a horrendous job or a brilliant job. I would love to be able to give BASC support and credit for doing some great stuff, and they do great stuff all the time. But to sort of hide behind this, oh, we're monitoring, observing the situation, and we're having our secret handshakes behind closed doors, I personally don't see, I don't think is good enough. And again, we've talked about it before, very much their mentality is to be a little bit more low key, to be a little bit more buddy with the MPs, to sort of sweet talk them onto side, or to be on side. And at the end of the day, I think over the last 20 years that method has been proven time and time again not to work. I think we need the public support more, we need more numbers, we need to be sort of more vocal about the sport in protecting it, and unfortunately I don't think BASC are necessarily doing the best job in being that outward. And also for an organisation that continues to claim they are for all shooters across the country, they are incredibly focused on the game and the sort of rough shooting and stalking side of things, which is fair enough. They come from a wildfowling organisation as their roots. Just don't try and pull the wool over the target shooters and the sport shooters' eyes that you've got our best interest at the forefront of your mind. You have quite rightly so, you have the majority of your members in the forefront of your sort of best interest, but the target shooters, I feel, again, time and time again, are let down. They are sort of left wanting in terms of support, and again, observing a situation, not necessarily doing a huge amount. Ezra said it on the Discord, and I'll say it again: UK shooting take charge of BASC. Yes, so the UK shooting Discord taking control of BASC. That would be very interesting, to say the least. They're fuddy, not buddy. That is, again, it's all sort of part of that old boys sort of secret handshake club, which I think they struggle very hard in sort of shaking that image. I hope you sold your Rolex and bought Holly a nice ring. No, no, still got that. Holly and I actually have an unwritten agreement, and it's certainly not binding, is whenever I buy myself a treat, I will buy her a treat. Make of that what you will. And she, when I bought the GT4, she was like, well, you know, it's my turn for a treat, obviously hinting. I'd actually bought the ring months and months before I bought the car. So she's happy, I'm happy. I think that was a small price to pay for me getting the GT4, but anyway, but yeah, she's happy with it, but still didn't have to sell my soul or any organs just yet. Captain Crack, I'd say the vast majority of what's left, BASC members feel they simply don't do enough to support and protect the sport. Yeah, absolutely, or have the interests of a large portion of the shooting community in mind. Again, very focused on game. And pushing game into shops, and that seems to be where their focus is. Look at Chris Packham. Like, when they announced this 7-figure fighting fund, you know that's going on game. You know that's been removed from all of the members in terms of their legal insurance or legal expenses insurance, and is now going to be used in fighting game and getting more game in shop. And again, that will see a return. It's not a bad idea. It's certainly very good for the game industry and for game shoots. But again, doesn't really help target shooters that much. If BASC had a Senate, I'd storm it dressed as Jamiroquai. Or that's very topical, that one, isn't it? I believe the ring was actually a magload. Shh! Don't tell her. Holly, has he let you drive the GT4 yet? We were actually talking about this last night, and no, No, definitely not. Oh, there we go. I've told him he needs to put me on the GT4 insurance for emergencies. No, it's fine. We'll leave the car in an emergency. We'll leave the car where it is, and we'll get a taxi or an ambulance if it's that sort of an emergency. But we'll see. I probably will put her on as a main driver. I just don't think I have the nerve, or sort of the. I don't think I could take it. I really don't think my heart could take it. The car scares me, and also scares Connors. Connors can definitely attest. Bearing in mind that I had the Civic Type R for the yes, Paul, I did sold the Civic, so the Civic Type R went, and that wasn't necessarily a slow car. 310 brake, loads of torque, really good in the corners. And for like 4 years, never once scared Connors in it. And, not for a lack of trying. It took all of 30 seconds in the GT4. He actually came with me to pick up the car. I did think about videoing it, and I thought, no, I want to sort of enjoy it for myself. And yeah, like 200 yards down the road, little bit of sideways action. And then later on that night, little bit of sideways action. So, yeah, not the best pickup experience, although it was pretty good fun. But he screamed very early on, and yeah, imagine not owning a sub 100 horsepower 4x4. Well, again, I do need a daily car. I've been talking about I need an everyday car that I can just beat around in, and I'm looking, although we were talking on the Discord in the garage section, I think it was, about a Jimny potentially, although my look at the moment, or my pick, is a Honda CR-V. I know, incredibly old man, but it just sort of does everything I need it to. It's going to be all right off-road, it's cheap to run, like it's going to be reliable because it's a Honda. Anyway, I thought this was a shooting channel. Civic was a child's car, you now have an adult's car. Thank you. That's a rare compliment. I'll take that as from Matt. You scream too. Yeah, this is right. I mean, I did intentionally try to break traction of the rear wheels, just not as much as what actually happened. What BHB? Oh, so I'm trying to get it back onto shooting, and you guys you want to talk about cars? Okay, all right. I'm here all night. GT4, as in the Porsche GT4. Yep, that's the one. It's for any petrol heads out there. It is a 981 GT4. It's a 2016. So the first shape that they made, and since they released it, I had my eye on one. Unfortunately, they went absolute silly money. Like they were going for a premium almost double over list, which is just absolute madness, and it's dead money as well. You buy a car during the hype like that, then you're just going to say goodbye to a lot of it, which a lot of owners did see. Brake horsepower is 380 standard. Again, I don't really care about the torque figures so much because it's just top trunks on the BHP, right? But anyway, let's get back onto shooting. This is a shooting channel. I'm worried that Callum suddenly takes his hair seriously and gets into hairdressing. Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. Love you. There is a Daniel. Just because he did that, there is actually a Daniel. Oh no! Again, I've got. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, this could go horribly wrong. Oh, how do I? I swear I can make this work. Sorry, Daniel. Are you triggered by any chance? Oh, the power. Why didn't I sort this set up? There it does say triggered. It's just not fully within the window. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I might even make that the new English shooting thumbnail. So yes, fun and games on the Discord server. Highly recommend. So yeah, I saw someone talking about Vortex Spitfire ×3 or Delta Hornet. Don't know what the Delta Hornet is. I have to be honest, but Vortex is one of the topics that I wanted to talk about because they have released some new products which I have previously. I see I'm prepared for once. So featured products, this is what is now on offer. So we have some new Furies. So they are the like super duper all singing, all dancing binoculars, range finders, all sorts of weather measurements within it, wind and temperature and stuff like that. Some new tripods, and we've got the Spark Solar Red Dot now. We've got the Spitfire x3 and the Spitfire Gen 2 x3 and the Gen 2 x5. So let's talk a little bit about these. Well, binoculars, I'm not going to lie, I have a cheap pair. I don't think they're actually to hand here. I think they might be back in the office. I'm not a big binocular person. I don't have a need for them personally. I've been told they're very, very good. £2,000 for a set of binoculars, to me, like a 50 quid pair will do. The carbon tripods, I think Vortex are having a little bit of a giggle with this, if I'm going to be completely honest. Again, this almost got it. So I used to have a Manfrotto tripods. Again, I haven't seen one. I haven't got hold of one, so I can't be. This is just from looking at it here. I used to have a Manfrotto tripod that looked almost identical. The legs look a little bit thicker, but it looked pretty much almost identical to that. And you can buy them for like £80. And they want $1,200. So that's going to probably translate to around £1,000 here. Like £1,000 in sort of photography. Again, very similar head, maybe a little bit more beefy on the tripod than what you would get on, say, like a photography, a videography tripod. And again, that's to take the weight of the rifle and the equipment that you're going to be using. But again, you can get something that's very, very similar from Manfrotto, and you can put an upgraded head on it. Even if you go to like the top tier of Manfrotto, in terms of photography tripods, you're talking maybe £500-600. Yes, you can go up to £1,000, but you could get a tripod from Manfrotto for a fraction of the price and then get the same mount. So I don't know. I'm going to have to be convinced on that if I'm going to be honest. But we'll see how that ends up. And again, I don't own a spotting scope. I've never used a bipod for shooting, so I'm not necessarily the best person to ask or give an opinion on it, but I do think those prices are just a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, on to the optics, which I'm sure you're more interested in. We've got the new Solar Spark Solar Red Dot. So you remember there is the Spark AR, and basically this is a Spark AR with a solar panel. So I think it was Connors that said today, that's very Holosun. So I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. So again, 400 quid for the solar panel. It's meant to give you like stupendous lifetime battery life, stuff like that, because obviously it's using the sun. I don't particularly have a good use for it. And the prism. So the Spitfire, the whole thing about the Spitfire is in terms of astigmatisms. So if you have an astigmatism and you're using a red dot, you can get like a like starburst sort of spread of the dot. And using the prism scopes that Vortex have, and there's other brands do it as well, it removes it. So if you have an astigmatism, then you're not going to have that issue with one of these scopes. One of these red dots. And so that's about it in terms of what they do. They've got the 3 times magnification, and they've got the 5 times. And what Connors and I were talking about is, first of all, like, would you actually want a fixed time magnification on your competition gun? And my initial reaction was no. You want something that you're gonna want to be able to change. But then what if you're already using a 45-degree red dot? So you've got the 45-degree red dot for the fast and close-up stuff, and let's just say the standard on top optic, main optic, is like a Razor Gen 2 or a Gen 3. Well, are you actually going to have the Razor set at ×1 power? If you've got a 45-degree red dot for the close-up and fast stuff, then surely you should have the magnification set on the scope, because you're going to be using it for those longer shots. So actually, in that scenario, having, say, the ×3 or the ×5, depending on what sort of distances you're doing, combined with a 45-degree red dot like a Venom or a Viper, actually could be an incredibly compact and lightweight sort of rapid setup. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get hold of one to sort of try that out and see what they, how they perform, get them in competition, see if there is a weight benefit. You all know that I'm trying to sort of, I don't know why really, but trying to move away from the tried and tested and very popular Razor Gen 2, Razor HD Gen 2, mainly because it makes the 1522 top heavy and a bit wallowy. That's just what I find. So going for a fixed power, say Spark, but how much were they again? Let's have a quick look. I mean, for $550, $650, that's knocking on, say, the PST Gen 2 ranges. So it's a lot of money for what they are, but I'd be very interested to get hold of one and try it out. It might be something a little bit new and different, and potentially give you an edge. So yeah, you guys seem to be agreeing with me on the tripods, and yeah, someone made the point in terms of Amazon. Actually, again, I have the power, I have everything here. Let's go Manfrotto tripod, and let's bring that up. So this is, yes, for you keen-eyed amongst you, I am using Holly's Amazon account. She's not a cheapskate and pays for Prime, so might as well use it, right? So let's have a look if I can find the carbon fiber one. Is that it? No, that's just the normal. Is that carbon fiber? It's very similar to that, but in carbon fiber. Let's see if I can have a look. But you can see the sort of prices. And Manfrotto, they're not necessarily the best tripod manufacturer in the world, but they are, you can see the reviews. They make good stuff. And really, unless you're doing like professional broadcast work, the Manfrotto range of tripods will easily do you. So basically this tripod, but in carbon fiber, so it's a little lighter, but it does look very, very similar. If I switch back to, say, one of the spotting, I mean, even the cheapest one, let's have a look at the cheapest one. I mean, it's not even carbon fiber, it's aluminium. So this is like a direct side-by-side comparison. You've got the aluminium high country aluminium tripod with the pan head. So again, that is something that the Manfrotto doesn't have, is sort of the soft pan. It's going to be very sort of jerky adjustments on it. But you're talking £50. Where is it? Can you see the price? Yeah, £50 versus $300. And if you want a Manfrotto head, let's go Manfrotto head. There's a fluid head, and a fluid head is like proper pucker stuff. That is going to take like a full professional rig, and that's 150 quid. So, Vortex want $300, and basically you can get something that I think would be superior for 200 quid, and that fluid head is more than overkill. You can see, all these heads here. So anyway, I'm not particularly impressed with those tripods, and the only thing are going to be those. Was it the Spark? No, not the Spark. It was right. It's like the Gen 2 something. There's so many different. The Spitfire Gen 2. That I am slightly interested in. So we'll see if we can get one in and review. Point blank simulator. I have a fluid head. I guess maybe. The carbon fiber is for weight saving when hiking, absolutely. That's why they make carbon fiber photography tripods and video tripods. Holly Chapman has a lot of trust in you. Yes, she does, but she did agree to marry me, so I would hope there would be some level of trust. That's not necessarily getting on to a good start if she doesn't trust me. But anyway, one of the big talking points, I know a lot of you have sort of specifically come onto this to talk about it, and I hope you can all sympathise that I have to be incredibly careful even bringing up this conversation and having it as a talking point. And I know that Kyle, is Daniel a mod? Dan, are you a mod in here? I could make you a mod. I sort of want you as a mod, but then I sort of don't want you as a mod. But I know Carl's in here. He's a mod. He's pretty sensible, probably a little bit more sensible than Dan. So any extreme, any out there sort of comments, you know, I don't like stifling freedom of speech. You know, I'm a big supporter of freedom of speech, but please be sensible. Let's have a sensible conversation about this and a sensible discussion. The Capitol riots, right? I was watching it as it was happening. Again, this was all through like the Discord. So I think it was actually Daniel. I think it's Daniel that's sort of started it in the politics section of the Discord server. Are you really gonna touch that? Touch what? I'm more rocky than a mod. I'm more rocky than a mod. I get that now. So basically, we were seeing it unfold live, and actually one of the best coverages, and I think it's still on YouTube if you want to sort of go and relive it, is Donut Operator. I've talked about Donut before. Great, really interesting, informative videos. He's really funny as well, and he was doing it. He was doing a live stream as it was going on. I mean, we started seeing the news. We started sort of jump on the following of it as soon as the gates had been knocked over and they were at the door, and we pretty much watched live them break in. Now, I don't want to, I don't want to talk about the hypocrisy from both sides. At the end of the day, what they were doing there was illegal. It was criminal. There was criminal damage committed. I have no problem with peaceful protesting from both sides, from any side of the argument. But when you start vandalizing, when you start setting things on fire, when you start breaking windows and stuff like that, it diminishes your point very, very quickly. But what I wanted to touch on with the Capitol riots is seeing a lot of the response from UK shooters on Facebook, and I have to say, I'm not like your dad or anything. I'm not your parents. At the end of the day, you're all grown-ups, or most of you are. You can say and put what you want out online. I'm never gonna, again, personally, I'm never gonna stop somebody from saying what they want to, apart from maybe deleting a few comments if I feel it's going to reflect negatively. And in terms of reflecting negatively, what we have to remember in the UK, especially as firearms owners, is that we don't have the freedom of free speech, especially when it comes to firearms. And actually, this isn't something I've discussed previously, but I got in contact with the Free Speech Union and basically said, like, look, where do we stand in terms of what our rights and protection is within the UK? And they said that actually, in terms of weapons, and whilst I look at guns as sporting equipment and tools, they come under weapons, whether we like that or not. And in terms of weapons, in terms of violence, the freedom of speech does not apply. The police can use various exemptions within the sort of the European or the sort of international freedom of speech and say, well, no, actually that is involving weaponry. It could be inciting violence. It could be inciting hate or threatening or whatever. And we unfortunately fall under that. So we don't have freedom of speech. And as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, you can lose your licenses and
have licenses kept and applications refused, or advised strongly against in terms of being successful because of what you say online. So at the end of the day, we have to represent the community as a whole. And personally, I don't think, well, unfortunately, the shooting community is being sort of tarred with the group of people that were smashing into the Capitol building last night. That's not an image, certainly in the UK, that's not an image we need. So I would just put out a word of warning to be, if you are a license holder, or you think you are going to be or you want to be a license holder in the future, to really think about what you're putting out online and what you're voicing and how you're portraying it. Like, I'm all for reasonable discussions, and I will sit with somebody who's completely the polar end of me in terms of views and an opinion, and I will have an adult conversation with them. I believe that is like a basic human right for two people to have a conversation. That's how we work things out. That's how we figure things out. That's how we move forward. That's how we find a resolution and a compromise in some ways. If we can't talk about it, we'll never find that compromise, and one side is always going to be unhappy. Also, what we have to remember is America has a whilst we are in a sense very similar cultures, when it comes to freedom of speech, when it comes to the right to bear arms, it is completely different. We don't have the same culture in that sense. So it's very easy to sort of get sucked in to everything that's going out over there. But just a word of warning, just take a second before you say something that you're going to potentially later on regret. At the end of the day, you're all adults, you can do what you want, but you can use me as a sort of a shining case in point of having tickets removed, having licenses refused and stuff like that, because of views being and opinions being put out online. So there we go. The donut stream was insane. It was. I was in absolute disbelief. And again, let's talk. That's my little word of warning. Take of it what you will. It was absolutely insane what was going on last night. I mean, for those of you that don't have an idea, or maybe you've been living under a rock, it was the pretty much the equivalent of them breaking into the Houses of Commons and like raiding the Houses of Commons. It was incredible that an institution like that was breached so in a way easily. And there's again loads of conspiracies of it was staged, it was they were let in. Well, let's not forget that we have had a year of a lot of people out in the States calling for the police to be defunded. Well, what happens when you defund the police? You get less police officers. And when you have a lot of people wanting to gain access to somewhere that they shouldn't, you need more police officers. So unfortunately, that's just a natural consequence. I don't like this PC version of Callum. I miss the old days. I would love. I don't think necessarily that I do have any views or opinions that are likely to get me in trouble. I've reflected on my previous views and opinions, and I've moderated them to certain extents. But I genuinely am. Call me a bootlicker. Call me a police sort of sympathizer in a way. I do generally have a lot of sympathy for the police and certainly what's going on at the moment, but I don't want to risk it. I would love to sit here and really sort of delve into the depths of the arguments and discussions of what's going on at the moment in the States and in the UK, because a lot of it did come over here. I just don't feel I can, because we don't have freedom of speech, certainly around firearms and firearms ownership in the UK. That sort of leaves my mouth tied. It would be far too easy for me, and it's not necessarily even saying something incorrect. It's about it being interpreted or received incorrectly, or misconstrued or twisted into be something that it's not. And doing that in terms of filming a video, I'm happy to do. I'm happy to tackle difficult, challenging topics, but when I can edit the video, doing it live, call me a pussy, whatever, it'd just be far too easy to again, to potentially say something that I later on regret, or I say something that is fairly or unfairly used against me in the future. Well, the United Kingdom does not have the right to bear arms, unlike Americans do, where it's a constitutional right, and in the UK only mentions it in the Bill of Rights. Yeah, so a lot of people quote the Bill of Rights and say that we have this long-standing right to bear arms, and there's many people that will very passionately disagree with me. Unfortunately, my stance on that is that it has been it's been superseded. It is, whether or not it has legally been superseded is immaterial. It's about a judge siding with you, and if the general consensus of amongst judges is that we don't have a right to bear arms, then that is sort of what the law is, whether you like it or not. That's, but be my guest. I hear of people, people contact me quite a lot about the right to bear arms. I'm waiting for someone to go and prove it themselves. Again, I'm not that brave. Like, if you believe that strongly that we have a right to bear arms, go and get yourself. No, I'm not advocating getting an illegal gun, but I don't know how you would. I don't know. So far, there hasn't been a person brave enough or stupid enough to go and test if we still have a right to bear arms. There are nods to it within our sort of FAC and SGC applications. So it is actually a right to obtain a shotgun certificate. I think it was Adrian, might have been Adrian Whiting actually, that told me this. It was definitely somebody credible, and he's like the most credible person I know when it comes to firearms law. But the way it was explained to me is that obtaining a firearm or shotgun certificate, or certainly a shotgun certificate, is a right, but it is a privilege to maintain that certificate. And that's what we always have to remember in the UK with our guns. Again, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's right or not, it's the case that it is a privilege to maintain a firearm or a shotgun certificate. And because it's a privilege, it's very easy for that privilege. Oh God, I've lost it. 1 minute. Privilege to be taken away. So yeah, don't get on the sort of the Second Amendment like American bandwagon if you're a UK shooter. The rules do not apply. Tempting fate. Why is that been hidden? Oh, it looks like Callum hid it. Tempting fate with the Met Office is a fucking ballsy move, and one will never go near. You can't mess around this side of the pond. The Met Office? Don't you mean like the Met? Like the Met Office weathers, Daniel? I don't know what that has to do with guns. Difficult topic. I would stay clear, Callum, on a live stream. Absolutely. Again, that's what I've been saying. I tend to avoid doing it live if it's a difficult topic. I'll take my time with it. And to be honest, that was one of the biggest problems I had with it's a self-admitted problem. I have a lot of self-admitted problems, but with the Paris video. So the Paris video that caused me the most sort of grief and the biggest issues in terms of my appeal and my licenses, it was because the video was rushed out. I wanted to be sort of first to the punch, to be the first to get sort of something out talking about it, and I rushed it. And in hindsight, I certainly the way that I delivered the video, the things that were said in that video, and the way that it was done, it was a hatch job. I just did it to get it out first, and that's why unfortunately I like getting being first to the punch. It's what helps the channel grow, because people want to hear about things, they want to talk about things, and if you're the first, then you tend to get all of the analytics, just say. But I won't play that game anymore. I'll take my time with it. I'll have a think, talking about the firearms safety consultation. I think talking about the obsolete caliber firearm consultation that's come in. I took I think like a couple of weeks for both of those before anything came out, really to look through all of the detail, to look through the paperwork, and to really form, I think, a sort of solid opinion of it and a solid basis for a video. Even though personally I think I took far too long to get the firearm safety consultation, and no, I don't have it anymore. I still got something out before BASC, so there's that. I suppose I can't be too unhappy. Again, you know, Mr. One Man Band beats our national sporting national shooting organisation. So Daniel triggered. Are you triggered? Are you, Daniel? Is that true? Then it must be time for. Oh, great! It comes up now in the exact place I need it. So, oh no, that's not exactly the same. So I'll move it up there. Triggered. I'm definitely incorporating that into the live stream from now on. I can't, Dan, emote on YouTube. Maybe we could get that as like some sort of special. There we go. I've just done it for you. It's just popped up. I've seen it. So yeah. Anyway, that was one of the biggest things. It was just absolutely crazy last night. But again, you know, one of the main talking points this evening is the Discord. That's what sort of completely sold me on the Discord last night, was being able to interact so quickly with so many like-minded people during that live event. What's going on here? Connors was just sending me a message, but I think I'd already. Hey guys, Dad's been triggered. Yeah, I'd already made the point. Oliver, hi. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by on this stream. It's been good so far. And anyone new, again, we've been talking about the UK Discord. I did see someone else put another link, but I'm going to just whack it in there just like that. Go and check it out. Connors and I are crazily active at the moment on that. Oh my god, there's like 200 odd messages, loads of new people. How many people are up to on the there's loads. So yeah, so if you want to be able to, like, you know, chat with Connors, myself, other people within the UK shooting scene, then go and check out the Discord service, Discord server. Oh, I've lost my chat. There it is. And yeah, there we go. Might have had a few new members on the yeah, yes we have. So yeah, any other topics? We've actually been very low on the or maybe you guys have been asking questions. I've just been ignoring you. So sorry about that if you've been asking a question. But yeah, if there's anything you want to talk about, any topics, any questions you have, 213 people. So we've had a little bit of a peak. Come on, guys, we can get that number. Boss man. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know who you are now. I'm watching you. I connected. What do you mean I connected? So yeah, any chat, Connors? Any Magload stuff you want to talk about? Any products that you've been sitting on that you haven't even told me about? Came up with a good one last night, but we'll wait for that. We'll wait to see what comes of that. Wow, Discord is fast, man. Hard to keep up with the messages. Yeah, you've. I mean, that's why they've got different rooms, and I'm sure as the Discord grows, you'll be able to. There'll be more rooms, and you'll be able to, you know, spread it out. So yeah, I mean, there's something for everyone. But yeah, it's fast paced. It's a little bit crazy in there, and it gets a little bit silly. Oh, the other thing about the Discord as well, which I really enjoyed, was the voice chat. Let me get that up. So bring that up. I'll show you where it is. So it's this. I mean, I'm probably about to just kill this by showing you guys. But if you're in there, this on the left hand side, the voice shenanigans. If you go in there, you can have like a group chat with people. So go and check that out. And you know, we ended up having, like, I think we were there for like a good hour at least, having a bit of a chat, and again about all sorts of things, shooting, you know, various hobbies and stuff like that. So sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm seeing messages. I will say that for later. But there, I mean, Oliver's in there. Oliver's in there. Loads. Okay, right. Okay, yep, yeah. You're all in there now. I can see you entering. So if you guys want to go and have a little bit of a chat, of course, it'd be rude to leave the stream, but you can go and check that out. You can do video as well. So maybe we can do like a little live stream on the Discord at some point. Maybe get Connors involved as well. Why am I clicking back to BASC? Go away, BASC. No one needs you, especially if you're into target shooting. Anyway, moving swiftly on. What are you guys talking about? Talking about Matt Liddy. Any news / feedback from Smith & Wesson regarding the current batch of 15-22 mags that seem to be poor tolerance / worn out molds? This is actually something that I've been meaning to do a video with Connors about, as it's, you know, I rate the 15-22 very highly, and I would still recommend that you go and you get one as a first gun. You know, we were talking about this the other day. You know, don't go out. Oh no, it was actually on the Discord. Don't necessarily go out and spend thousands and thousands of pounds on your first gun. If you're new to shooting, you're not necessarily going to know what's going to suit you. You won't necessarily know what you're going to want long term. So the 15-22 is a fantastic starting gun. They're 600 quid. Loads of accessories about, thanks to maglo.co.uk. Make sure you go and check that out if you haven't already. And you can, you know, spec it up to be a good competition gun, a good gallery gun, a good little plinker. But unfortunately, because they are a number of years old now, when stuff like that, because it's a plastic gun, it's injection molded, and the tools, it's basically like, well, it's a big mold, so they go together. There's a cavity. The cavity is the shape of the gun. It squirts hot molten plastic into the mold, and then it cools it, separates it, and then a gun falls out. And the magazines are made in exactly the same way. Well, if you're making hundreds of thousands of something, which I'm sure they are with the magazines, then the material, especially like glass, what do they call it? Glass like infused or glass impregnated nylon, which is, I think that's roughly what it's called. But anyway, if you have an abrasive sort of plastic going in, it will slowly wear out the mold. Now, if you have a channel for, say, the follower, and it's like that, well, if the mold gets worn, that channel is affected in the finished magazine. If it gets worn, the walls are going to get thinner in the mold, which means that the cavity actually within the finished article is going to get thinner, which means that for followers, they end up getting stuck. They end up getting, you know, they bind up a little bit more. And we found this, the first sort of presentation of this was actually new magazines in new guns and them not dropping free. Now, I can't remember my 15-22 ever like binding up, dropping down a magazine, like, you know, releasing a magazine. It's always dropped free every single time. And with these new ones, again, because the molds have worn, the magazines are binding up. Again, how would that, does that make sense? Yeah, if the mold for the magwell has worn, the magwell is going to get tighter, magazines are going to get bigger, so that's what's causing the binding up. There we go. Connor's in there with the science. Ha! Science, bitch. Yeah. So Connor's like I have a good summation of knowledge on these things. Connor's is the nerd when it comes down to sort of material sciences. So basically, the 15-22 +6 extensions from Magload, which are really, really popular, I can obviously highly recommend. With the newer magazines, were experiencing binding issues, but this is again one of the great benefits of using rapid manufacturing. Connors was able to go in and make some very quick tweaks to the followers, so that they now work with, you know, flawlessly with both the older magazines and the new ones. And just, you know, anybody that's ever experienced any binding issues, and you've got the old follower, we under warranty will replace them. So, you know, make sure that if you are having issues, always like come to myself or Connors, message Magload. You can message us. We prefer not to be messaged directly about Magload, but, you know, get in contact with us through, you know, magload.co.uk, and we'll help you out. We'll sort you out. We pride ourselves on making every customer happy, no matter what that takes. No matter what that takes, and take that as you will. And surprisingly, we have a lot of happy customers, but it does cost extra. That's generally the issue, and the issue that it's been causing us with the tolerances in the molds with the magazines. Again, the 1522, it's a great gun. The issue with the magazines not dropping free, that's only a short-term thing. You can remove it very quickly with a little bit of sandpaper, or you can just get out there and use it and put rounds through the gun, and overall it will start to it will free up. It will start to drop free on its own accord. But yeah, if you ever with any product with magload, we can't stress this enough, don't just sit there and be unhappy. Like a lot of customers seem to think that just oh, there's no point getting in contact because they're not going to replace it, or they're not going to help me. That's not what we're like. If you ever have an issue, don't sit there and be unhappy. Don't sit there and just moan about it. Get in contact with us, and we will make it right. We'll quote you happy. Not gay, but $20 is $20. It's true. It's true. Magpul is teasing new products today. Oh, let's where Kyle? Let's have a look. I can use my new fancy technology. I just realised my face gets a little close to the microphone when I do that, so I'm sorry if my voice gets really loud. Oh, that's not so bad actually. Manages it. Magpul. Where did you see that cut? Is it just on there? And just to clarify, guys, like magload is not Magpul. That's not Magpul. That's Magpul. Magpul. I'm dyslexic, all right? I'm trying to do too many things at once. Obviously, missed off the G. The G's always hard to find. There we go. Where are you seeing it? No, Carry Optics Production. What? Magload has the best customer service. A happy customer. Fantastic to hear. Thank you, Bold Britisher. Depends on the competition. Check their Instagram. Okay, well, I've got their... Let's have a look if there's anything on their website to begin with. Nope. So let's go to their Instagram. Here we go. Let's just try and straighten that up for you guys. What were they teasing? Projects Shot Show. Connors, we need to do this sort of stuff. This looks cool as fuck. This will now become standard magload. Oh, there's more. There's more. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a Leopold. Okay, I thought it might be in a Magpul scope at them. So, what do you want to reckon? That's a 700 stock. Most likely a 700 stock. They're going to make a UFO, maybe. I don't know. Or fuck knows what could be behind that. What the? Tools. So what is it? We've managed to smuggle some classified documents and grainy photos with redactions of our R&D department about new black projects in work. Intel suggests release are imminent. Oh, I can't speak. Where's the where can you see that comment? Where's the 50 round drum mag comment? 50 round Glock mag. So yeah, it looks very exciting. Oh, that's a completely different post. So yeah, new stuff coming from Magpul. If you're, what the hell that's teasing, I don't know. I think that's just a little bit of marketing going on, making it look a little bit cooler than it is. Oh my lord. Well, yeah, we'll avoid this topic, shall we? You want to talk about controversial? So yeah, some cool stuff. I did actually use this in the magazine video. If you guys didn't notice, let me find that for you. So the previous video, this was on the, if you guys didn't, I think we talked about it in the last live stream. This is Northern Ireland. Can I zoom in? Oh, this is, I'm in like the behind the scenes of English shooting here, but there we go, there it is. Just couldn't resist. So yeah, this is the latest video. Go out onto the channel and have a look. Basically about the further restrictions on magazines in Northern Ireland, the fact that you now have to do a variation if you want to buy a magazine, a variation for a magazine. So many things wrong with that, but go and watch the video. I'm not going to go in depth, but yeah, basically component parts. Magazines are classed as component parts out in Northern Ireland, and if you if you want to buy a new magazine, you not only need a license to be able to do it, you now need to apply for a variation. Oh, excuse me. Any new information on the obsolete caliber legislation? No, but BASC is observing it. They're watching it. I mean, they're saying they're not necessarily going to do anything about it, but they're watching it, so you can sleep tight. Have you seen the Kel-Tec P50? Yes, I have. Oh yeah, like let's have a look. This thing, like, we're never going to get this in the UK. Like, I can tell you that for free. Let's get this up. It is absolutely insane. Kel-Tec P50. The P50. Let's see if we can find like the Kel-Tec release for it. Oh no, is it? Did you say the P50? Yeah, it is the P50. This was 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Let's just have a look at this guy's video. There it is. Does he not actually have one? Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit of a tease, isn't it? Let's see if we can find... Have they only just put pictures out of it or something? Because there's no... That's it. Right there. So it's using the magazine from an FN, I believe it is. Let's... I'll get this out of the way. Let's get an image up of that. It's like an awesome looking bit of kit. That's for sure. Here we go. So it is. Well, there you go. That's. Oh, go away. No. Oh, why did I click no? Right, there we go. So this is the 50 round 5.7 by 28mm pistol. Yep, pistol. So yeah, there you can see it's actually got like the whole top. You can't actually see my mouse, but the whole top segment sort of hinges over to be able to change the magazine. And yeah, it uses an FN magazine, I think it is. There you go. So that's it. That's what you have to do to load the thing. It is just like Kel-Tec is one of those companies where I have to be honest, I don't think their guns are necessarily the highest quality, but there are some seriously clever people at Kel-Tec. They absolutely like baffle me in the ingenious things that they come up with. So there you go. It's the FN P90 50 round magazine. It's the Beast. This beast comes with 2 of them. So, and it's $995. Oh God! I mean, on an exchange rate, that's almost the price of a 1522. That's just mental. Yeah, we're unfortunately again not going to see one coming here, but it is absolutely mental bit of kit. So yeah, thanks for Robocop gun. Yeah, absolutely. Repping the Vortex. You know, they might be releasing overpriced tripods, in my opinion. Again, I might get hold of one and completely change my mind. And if Country Sports Wholesale want to send me one, you know, I'll happily review it. Yeah, pistol with the P90 mag, absolutely. That needs a 3-round burst. Yeah, absolutely. Ideal for stormtroopers. They still won't hit anything. That's for sure. It does very much look like I bet you if that gun had been released, you know, when Star Wars was first, you know, if that gun was about when Star Wars was being created, it would have made its way into there 100%. It just looks so science futuristic and sort of sci-fi. Add a stock to it and have made by someone other than Kel-Tec. I could see that being a popular being popular as a PDW. Yeah, absolutely. I think, to be honest, that's why they've made it, and I'm sure it's not going to take long until there's stocks and all sorts of upgrades for it. So we'll have to see about that. Not repping the Pepsi though, no, because all of the Pepsi is kept in the office under lock and key. We can't, you know, that's when we need to be at our peak. When we're in the office, we need to be at our peak, and that requires Pepsi. So or Monster if it's early in the morning. That's that's a necessity. That's for sure. But yeah, maybe I need to get a stash at home. We'll see. You shot a P90 last year, beast. Yeah, I had the opportunity to. This was when I went to this new setup. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I am loving this new setup because I can talk about things and actually go straight and find it. So, although that's I'm gonna have to be on EnglishShooting because otherwise it's gonna take me forever. MP5. Oh, it's not on there. Let's see if I can go 500. Here we go. Now, if I remember this video correctly, there's a hell of a lot of, and God no, this video was taken a very long time ago. Oh, there's not yet. I think, yeah, there we go. Oh, time has not been kind. Oh, go away, tube buddy. Oh, I can't. Video link, here we go. Skip the ads. That's that you can see. When was this video? 2016. Crazy. So yeah, this basically. So anyway, back onto the FN. It was this range. Where I shot, so on this range I shot an MP5 and this 500 Smith & Wesson, and incredible experience, but I genuinely had a difficult pick. Some people might, well, I know, Paul, you're not going to say this is a difficult pick, but I had a wall of gun to pick from. I really only had the budget for like one big gun and one full auto. Oh no, the connection's dropping. It is not liking that. Shall we? It's because I'm playing two videos in the background. But yeah, so I had the choice. Now I chose obviously the Smith & Wesson 500. I will have the footage somewhere of the MP5, but I went for the MP5, and it did genuinely come down to the FN P90 and the Smith & Wesson, the FN P90 and the HK MP5. So I don't know why I haven't got the MP5 footage. I mean, the 500, if you want to talk about that, guys, serious bit of kit. I mean, watch the flame on that thing. I think there's some good slow-mo in a second. I could probably only bear to put like 10, 20. I think I only put 10 rounds through it, and I probably wouldn't want to put any more than 20. It was painful, but just watch this. You'll see the muzzle flash. It is just absolutely insane. And it's like the snubby as well, which doesn't help matters. It helps matters with flames, not so much with sort of recoil mitigation. Absolutely bonkers. I don't know if in this video there you go, there's me waffling on, waffle, Waffle. Oh, I've actually got the cartridges for it. I still have those. There's a couple at work as well. I thought I might have put a little teaser of the MP5 in there, but it doesn't look like I did. Anyway, that's enough of that. And that mental thing. So yeah, the FNP90 is on the bucket list to shoot. So I'm jealous. But the MP5 had to be the first. Like, you know, it was a difficult one, difficult conversation, difficult decision. But I made it and went for the 500. If you get the chance to shoot the MP7 II, you were impressed. Hopefully, again, we're meant to be out in the States. Well, it was meant to be in April. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. But when we're out there next, there's definitely going to be some full auto stuff. And sooner rather than later, I will make it to Knob Creek. So hopefully I'll get the chance. And yeah, I'll check out the MP7. Baby face Callum. Yep. You can actually see, I think, I've got a ball patch. Yeah, as you can see, that grew out. But that was at the very early stages of my beard growing day. Do you have a video of us shooting the Thompson? Of course I do, Daniel. I put that in the... I have to say, I'm surprised how everything's holding up tonight with connection. Touch wood. Let's go... Oh, it was in Las Vegas, wasn't it? Las Vegas. I'm disabled. Oh, it's not there. Where is it? Let's you're probably going to see some really old videos. Oh no, you can't. You can just see the top there. That's fine. Oh God, what was it? I'm gonna have to scroll through all of the videos. Bear with me. Definitely have. I've tried searching for it. I just put that. Yes. If keen-eyed, I do have a folder on Neighbours. I'm sure they have a folder on me. But let's make this a bit smaller for the second, and then you don't have to look at that. Let's find. So yeah, I have been fortunate enough to shoot a number of full autos over in the States. I'm just trying to find. To be honest, Daniel, the best experience / worst experience was you shooting the it was the moderated suppressed 300 blackout, and you quite literally ended up in tears. I think I've got that in the videos as well. God, it was a long... I haven't been in the States for quite a while. Here we go. I found the batch of videos. And here we go. You've probably seen these clips loads and loads of times because it's quite a novelty for someone in the UK to shoot full auto. Fun fact: this is the same range. There we go. Waffle. This range. If you've ever seen, if you've ever seen the clip of the RO, and he's demonstrating to people, and he NDs, and it's like a bang, and they go, did you mean to do that? And he's like, yeah, of course I meant to do it. If you've ever seen that clip, this is the range that happened on. It's in Las Vegas. I can't remember what the range is called. It will be in the description somewhere. Waffle. Oh, armored plates. We went to a military surplus store, and just like a good YouTuber, I saved the best till last. So yeah, here we go. They were like really cool, by the way. It was like, have you guys shot full auto before? We're like, yeah, we've had a little bit of experience. They're like, cool, have at it, hold on, go for your life. So we were with Ryan shooting, so obviously that's the Thompson, and there's Big Daddy Daniel. triggered, and then yeah, I just go full chat. So everyone seems to do the same on their first full auto experience. You try to savor it. Don't hold onto the gun, hold down the trigger and go for it. And then we had to go with the grease gun, and the characteristics were so different between the two guns. But there we go. The range will look familiar if you've seen that sort of famous ND clip. Oh, time has not been kind. Let's see if I can find it actually. Oh, so accidental discharge. So if you're about to see this, that's it, although that's not the actual clip. Here we go. This is it. So if you've ever seen this before, it's the same range. All right. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm cool. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Watch him shit his pants. Oh, let's put it up a little bit. There we go. He's going to shit his pants in a second. There we go. And it's like, like even the guy to the left of him is like, yeah, we nearly died there. But he plays it off so casually. Anyway, same range. Don't worry, it is safe. Just make sure you get the right instructor. That's for sure. We should deep fake your young face to your current face. That might. I don't know. I don't know. If you prefer beards, you might prefer my face now. Anyway, grease guns have such a low cyclic rate. They are easy to manage. Yeah, and that really was the biggest difference. The Tommy was like, you know, it was fast. It's like really, really did fucking rattle you. And the grease gun was like a dogga. It almost felt like you could have, you know, one in each hand, which I'm sure there was an option for that at the range. You know, if it can be done. But yeah, so that was a great experience. We also, let's see if I can find that 300 blackout video. Just bear with me. Oh, come on. Oh no, I lost where I was on my thing. Let's see if I can bring that up. I can't remember what day it was. Of the trip. By the way, all of this stuff is what happens on an American shooting trip. So the reason you hear me talking about American shooting trips and David Kiddle, although he's normally in the chats, he's normally watching the that's not a beard, all right, just because not everyone can grow one so magnificent, Connors. Like, I'm trying. So yeah, the reason that I love the American shooting trips, you know, trips out to the US, is because you get to do stuff like that, and it's fun. Like, as you can imagine. And that was just on the way to the range. You know, that was us traveling from oh no, did we land in Las Vegas that time? But anyway, we'd either traveled from LA to Las Vegas, or we'd landed in Las Vegas. We had a night or two there. Yes, we landed in Las Vegas, spent 2 nights there, and then went up to St. George. So this was before even getting to like the main event, as it were. I'm trying to find, or it's going to take me forever, because it's going to take me forever to find that blackout footage, so I'll give it a miss. What are you guys talking about? Do like 300 blackout? Yeah, not when you haven't got good eye pro and it's flicking all the powder back in your face. That's for certain. Oh yeah, and Connors again with the detailed information. The trip is, as he said, £995. Now, when he says for all guns and ammo, all of the stuff building up to the range, so stopping off at Las Vegas or LA, that is all in addition, but it's really not expensive. I can't remember how much that experience was, but literally it was a mag each, and I think it cost like $50 for the two for each person to go and shoot them. So it's not exactly expensive. Also, you get to go to places like BASC Pro in Las Vegas, which is absolutely huge. Again, there's a video showing a tour around that. So that's why I love the trips. The American shooting trips, just, it's like everything you want. If you've never been out to the States, if you've never gone and shot out in the States, you are indoctrinated into the US shooting culture very, very quickly. You go to all the right places, and again, so it's all in addition, but yeah, like £1,000 pretty much. So when you get to the main range, so either in Kentucky or St. George as it used to be, for the trips that I went on, all your training ammunition, all your match ammunition, and that's 9mm, that's 223, 308 in some cases, or 7.62 by, what is it, 30, I always forget the AK one, but basically your ammunition for every gun that you're going to shoot is provided to you, and all the gun rental at the main sort of location. So what usually happens is we fly out a day or two beforehand, have some fun wherever that is, then you'll spend 5 to 7 days at a main sort of range complex. Either it was the Southern Utah Practical Shooting Center, I think it was, or shooting, anyway, something like that in St. George, or there's a Kentucky range where they do the trips out in Kentucky, and then some people will have an extra 2 or 3 days after the holiday as well to travel around or to go and experience other things more. So highly recommend doing an American shooting trips if you want to if you want to do it. Mancu Man, yeah, you say like £1,900, you can share. So, you know, obviously flights are what they are, pretty cheap at the moment though. Hotel, people share hotels, so you can half that if you want to share. You can get it cheaper. You can find your own accommodation. So some people, when they go out there, they will rent a villa, and you'll get 10 people staying in the villa, and dividing it by 10, it works out very, very cheap. I was actually going to stay in an Airbnb the last time before Ryan decided to come, and then we shared a room together. So yeah, like just Airbnb prices, it really wasn't that expensive. And you don't actually need a car, because so many people get big cars with lots of space. You can usually car share, give a bit of cash to whoever's driving. Wildlife films. I moved to the US from the UK in 2007. You got away just in time. I hope you are enjoying the freedom. Any interest in 3D printed guns? Obviously, it's limited in the UK. And I don't mean this to sound like we are doing it or I am doing it, but I do have a general interest in 3D printed guns. I think it's going to be very, very interesting in the years ahead as 3D printers get more accessible, they get better. More like every day we're seeing more things printed. You know, they're printing Glock frames, they're printing full, obviously, uppers and lowers, they're printing barrels, magazines, all this stuff. And the more people that do it, the more sort of expertise that is out there and files that are out there. It is like, it's gun control's worst nightmare, because it's all well and good putting all of these restrictions in and having border force and police, and when you can just print a gun for pennies effectively without a trace, that just circumvents all laws. So it in a way does worry me. I've made videos on it in the past. It does worry me slightly, because I don't want just random people running around with untraceable guns and disposable guns as well. I mean, it's not metal. If there are fully 3D printed guns out there that are viable, and when they're made of plastic, you just there's a million ways to destroy them that would be completely untraceable. So yeah, it is something that interests me. I've never 3D printed a gun. Until I have the right certification and licensing, I won't 3D print a gun. But yeah, it does interest me, that sort of area of gun ownership, like gun manufacturing. I mean, some manufacturers out there are using 3D printing, like, well, not gun manufacturers per se, but the car industry now are using 3D printing in a mass manufacturing environment. So it's only a matter of time until we see mass produced like 3D printed guns. Metal 3D printing, I think, is a number of years away from really being a mass production method, but it will get there. It will still be expensive, but it will get there. Like, you know, 3D printers used to cost like hundreds of thousands of pounds. Now you can buy them in Aldi. You know, you can buy a Prusa for what, like 300-400 quid, and they're awesome little printers. Printed barrels, I am obsolete. Yeah, so yeah, they are 3D printing barrels. You know, it's just about how thick they make them. You only get a few shots out of them, but there was a revolver even that they did, and to be fair, the revolver did have sort of lined like metal sleeves in the cylinder, but it was stuff that they basically went and got from the shed that I had up in the shed and hammered them in, and it's crazy. Like I again, it fascinates me. It really does interest me, but it also terrifies me at the same time. Sinner would love to chat with you about it. We're actually doing a lot of work on injection molding at the moment. Who are you talking to about that? How long until 3D printed M2 50 cal? Yeah, I don't think plastic's strong enough for a 50 cal just yet, but it will get there. I'm guessing when metal 3D printing becomes viable, then almost any caliber could be printed with good longevity. Let me, if you haven't already seen this video, let me get this up. Oh no, I need to be on proper YouTube. It is. I think I've referenced this video in the past. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So this gun here is a fully, let's get this lined up for you. Bosh. Nope, go away. Let's skip to it. Oh yeah, that's the guy's business card. The guy that makes the gun, that's his business card. He shoots every single one with a 3D printed gun, which I think is a nice touch. So this 1911 is completely 3D printed, completely metal 3D printed. Every single part. I think bar the spring maybe. I think there's maybe, okay, retract that. There's maybe a few components that aren't 3D printed, but you get the gist. The main parts are, and he said like he's put something like 10,000 rounds through it, or 1,000 rounds through it. Absolutely no problem. Highly recommend if you've got an interest in it. That's the process, by the way. So it's an SLS like metal 3D printer. The laser fuses the powder together. Then you end up having to put it in an oven, and then it will sort of bake it all together to its final form, and that explains it all. But let's get to the shooting of it. But I highly recommend. So it's called the Shooting a 3D Printed Gun, and he shot another business card. That's about it. Oh yeah, there's the barrel. So yeah, it's nuts. So people that say that, oh, it can't be done, you can't 3D print a gun, he did. Now, bearing in mind that gun probably cost him a lot. You know, you're talking thousands and thousands of pounds. But saying something can't be done just because it's expensive, it's about being viable and accessible. They haven't quite yet got the metallurgy right just yet for 3D metal printing. I disagree. See previous video. Magload holsters. I'm sure we can do something. Now it can jam in 3D printed plastics. Now it can jam in 3D print. What do you mean by that? Anyway, guys, what are you guys talking about? Let's drop into the Discord actually. Oh no, I've hidden Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, it's still playing. That's why my computer's having an absolute fit in the background. Let's drop in on the Discord and see what's going on. Oh, 3D printer. Oh god. Oh no. Let's Gaming Bunker General. Where's Shenanigans gone? They've deleted. Oh, General Off Topic. Oh, there we go. Our politics means okay. See, so we've got them to create a few new rooms. Anyway, there's no English shooting. Don't join the voice. This is from earlier again. So anyway, the people are having a good time in the Discord. Again, I'll whack the link for you guys. Come and join it. Come and say hi. You know, do put a false name so that you can't make a tit of yourself and you don't embarrass yourself if you feel like that. Or you can put your full name. Like you know who Connors and I are in there. So we do keep it vaguely sensible, not completely. No, don't go on to the Discord. What is going on? It moved to the bottom. Go into memes. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. But curiosity. Where's the meme? I've got to be quick because I've got to. Where's the memes? Memes. I've got to be quick because otherwise people will see that I'm going into there and start posting all sorts of stuff. Okay, all right, fair enough. Oh, not police ones. Oh, should I do remain? Oh no. What is going on then? Oh no. How long have you been keeping onto the, or holding on to that, Arius? Oh. Oh no! What have I let myself in for? Oh! You must have like the largest. You must have the largest folder of shit on us. Oh. Okay, right. That's an oh no. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That was. Oh, I hate you all so much. Why do I let myself into these things? I'm gonna keep that going. If I see any, I'm gonna keep that going alongside me. If you please me, not in that way. If you please me with your memes, they will get shown on the channel. Why do this? Why do you do this? You do realise today Arius was nothing compared to the online fury and bullying that we can unleash. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not sorry. Bollocks. No, that's a spicy meme right there, Kyle. Alexa, unshit my pants. John, that isn't. Okay. See, this is why I like the delay, because it prevents certain things from going on there. I've got so many red dots. So, general off topic. It's going to take me. Oh god, there was a meme loading. Yep. Okay. That's not going on. I'm now backing out very fast of the memes. I will catch up with Discord in a minute. Discord. You want more Discord? So not only like this is it. How much pleasing, Daddy ES? Don't know. Find out. To be honest, some of these are definitely. Oh no, let's get out of there. No, definitely not that one. Some of these are definitely making an appearance on the channel, on the on the Facebook pages. Oh no, not. I'm like, let me vet this first. I don't know. I really don't. I don't want to get in trouble. And memes are a very quick way to get into trouble. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of that. What you got? No, the link. The link. Discord. Go. Please don't. Just no more memes. No more memes. Please. Oh, okay. Okay, Carl, you have pleased me. Not for the first time. There we go. Yes. Open shooters shoot open because they're special. The family, the mummy told them that they were special, so they shot open. Real men shoot standard. The wildlife films. Any plans to visit the US after COVID? Yes, we were talking about that earlier. 100%. As soon as we can get out there, there's meant to be a trip in April. We might just get away with that. We might just scrape through and go to it. Fingers crossed. Gun meme review, English shooting meme review. Maybe this is what we're gonna have to do now. I know it's like completely ripping off Brendan, or whatever his name is. But yeah, as soon as we can fly out to the States, there's scheduled to be 2 trips, one in April, one in October, and I think David was talking about doing some more throughout the year to make up for last year. But of course, all the time we're under national lockdown, we're sort of not able to do that, are we? So we'll just have to see how it goes. Real men shoot pump. No. That's just what you say. You can't take the speed of a standard gun. That's all it is. You need to slow it down. Where's Bill Moore when you need him? Actually, talking about like April, I'd done this basically with it being the new year. Happy New Year again to anyone just joining. We've got 3 potential shows this year, and again, we might be able to scrape these through. We might be able to have some resemblance of a normal shooting sort of year or season. So we have the British Shooting Show. It's scheduled for the 23rd to the 25th of April, and that's in the East England arena. So it has moved away from the NEC. I think some people were saying that that's a good thing, but they've moved away to this new venue. Then there's the Northern Shooting Show, 8th to the 9th of May. Again, because of these dates, I know we're going to be pretty much in lockdown until the end of March, but certainly like the Northern Shooting Show, last year the British Shooting Show just about managed to cut it close enough and still went ahead. It might actually be just the British Shooting Show this year going ahead that that doesn't go ahead in all the others. Now there is also the Target Shooting Show. Now that hasn't released any dates yet, but that's usually around the sort of the October-November time. So we might have that again being right at the back of the year. It might be likely that we see the Target Shooting Show go ahead. So yeah, there's still have hope. Be hopeful and keep up and think positive. The meme review. Lots of people there for the memes. See you later, Matt. Keep pumping. He's going to go and have a bit of pumping practice. That's for sure. But yeah. So anything else? Let's see what the memes going on. Yeah, okay, so I like that one. And I'm not showing you. This is an old one. But it still makes me chuckle. I mean, it's a good taste. He's got good taste. He's rocking that MP5. I really do have to be careful. I'm gonna vet every meme before. What is going on with the potatoes and the sandwiches? It's just making me hungry now. Potato. I'm just sat here looking at memes. Don't mind me. Just, talk among yourselves for a moment. I don't know why, but this is pretty much what happens when we have to make mag lube. So yeah, there's that. No, Carl, unfortunately, where you live, this might be the case, but in the UK, it definitely isn't. It definitely isn't, by far. Anyway, that's enough memes. I'm going to have to, that has to... I would love to do it live, but the chances of you guys, absolutely screwing me over with something that's completely inappropriate to put out of the channel is too high. So maybe I'll see what I can do. So your mini Prusa came. Did it get excited? I'm sure you're going to be printing with that all evening, Paul. That's how Connors can pump so well. Yep. Evening, Callum. If it was your money, which would you pick? Spikes, Northwest Custom Parts / Northwest Custom Parts, Landtac, AR, or the Cotswold LA? What's the LA 119? I think it is. So basically, you're saying between Northwest Custom Parts, Landtac, and Cotswold Classic Arms. It does depend. It depends on what model, because they all do different guns, all different models at different price points. You can, apart from Landtac, you can get into a Northwest Custom Parts or into a Cotswold Classic Arms for £1,000, or in some cases less. Landtac is a little bit more. So the Cotswold Classic Arms 119, I think is a superb rifle for the money. I have shot Northwest Custom Parts rifle. I've known Wayne for a long time. He's a great guy. He can be what's the word? He can be a bit Marmite. He's a great guy, really passionate about the sport, and builds really good stuff. Landtac, as much as it may begrudge me to say it, the SF-15, the LA SF-15 is a fantastic gun. I just think Otto finishes his guns just to a slightly higher standard, and that's not to poo-poo Wayne, that's not to poo-poo Landtac as much as I'd like to. I just think Otto really, I think he just goes that extra little bit. I really do think you will get a gun that will be absolutely flawless out of the box, and he certainly has a lot better customer service than Landtac. But I also know a lot of people that have bought Northwest Custom Parts and Spikes and have been tremendously happy with it. I mean, there is this cult following of Northwest Custom Parts, and the reason that exists is for a reason. There has to be something there for people to do it. Personally, I found the Northwest Custom Parts to be picky with CCI ammo, and Wayne does admit this. He will tell you 50,000 other varieties of ammunition that run through it, but the main ammunition I shoot is CCI mini mag, followed by CCI standard. And for me, the Cotswold Classic Arms ran that flawlessly. It ran every ammunition I put through it flawlessly. And also Connors and I do work closely with Otto, so he helps us out, we help him out, so definitely get in contact with him. Again, like Landtac, it's sort of, this is what we offer. If you like it, take it or leave it. With both Wayne and with Otto, they will build you whatever you want, and Wayne does have an incredible selection of AR parts as well. Still probably the largest selection in the UK, but for me, ultimately, I would say my vote would be for Otto. Which one has the furniture you want? It's probably the easiest way to pick up. See my budget. Yeah, I mean, again, Otto has just perfected the CMMG bolts. It's not as easy as what everyone thinks, and he just has it absolutely down to a T, and really does know his stuff. That you know, so does Wayne, so does the guys at Lantac. Just Otto just never ceases to amaze me. He's like the I could really insult him. Either of them. He's like the Czech version of Connors. Like honestly, that's like seeing like them two in a room together is just fascinating to see. It's like they go full nerd. When are we getting a video on the Guncraft? When I can come up, or you can come down and we can go hit up a range together. Otto is a magician. Yeah, I'd agree. Guncraft AR-15 is what I have for 22 WMR. Yeah, well, no one cares about the 22 WMR, Daniel. We've been talking about this in the Discord. I get it. It's another option. It's fantastic that there's another option on the market. But to be honest, like I don't see the big appeal of these AR-22 WMRs. Like they're 3 times the price when it comes to ammo. If you can find the ammo, they do seem to be a little bit more picky on the ammunition. You know, they're not. I've never seen like an absolute 100% reliable one. You are limited on the magazines and things like that. For me, 22 LR, you're not gonna go wrong. Callum man crushing on Otto. I have to say it was one of the. He came down to the gun room, and it's the Scorpion 2.2, and Connors and I have had a play with it in the past, and we can sort of get it apart, you know, paying attention to it. And he's just chatting to us, and he's, you know, like complete eye contact the whole time, and he literally strips this gun down into component parts, and then starts going over and go, oh, they put this, they did this for that reason, and they did this. I was like, how do you like? Again, the knowledge is just incredible. So yeah, you know, bit of a crush. Otto is then the Yoda of 22 AR-15. Definitely, I would have to say. RØDE products, steep to Rob Grandpass. Hey Callum, have you considered not being? Let me guess. Not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. I'll do it for you. Stop being poor. It's not about being poor. It's like, it's not necessarily just about the expense of 22 WMR. It's about the availability of 22 WMR. Like, it doesn't matter if you have all the money in the world and can buy as much of it if it's not on the shelves to buy. And you know the issues, Daniel. You had to special order some ammunition. So it's, I just 22. You know, I want to, like, any gun shop you go in is going to have some 22 ammunition up and down the country. So yeah, anyway, I'm getting really curious to what the hell is going on in the Discord. Again, it was only a little while ago, but Discord server, basically this is the UK shooting Discord server. If you're a UK shooter and you want somewhere to go and chat, then, you know, head into there. And that's probably after going for a wee. I'll be joining the Discord to whatever the hell is going on in there. He has a GT4. How is that? How is he poor? Oh wait, don't really. Maybe. So yeah, so I'm going to be hanging out in the Discord after this. So follow that link. Again, just to show you, because I completely, like, Connor's had to walk me through it. When you follow that link, you've created an account, signed up and all that, you'll see this welcome page, and all you have to do is click this little box here, and then you'll get access to the full Discord. And hopefully everyone's in there at the moment. I guess Dan, Connors, Arius, if you're all in there, and everyone else from the Discord that's come over. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Actually, it's been a little bit different this stream, but I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have. There's been lots of people joining in, and I can really see sort of like involving the Discord in the future with this, and sort of bouncing off with the live stream. So before you all leave, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please, you know, make sure you are subscribed. There's going to be great content coming out, and news and any updates within the UK shooting scene. And if we go abroad at some point this year, fingers crossed, then of course I'll be documenting and filming all of that. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Subscribe, like, share, and follow me into the Discord, and I'll chat with you guys in a bit. Thanks guys, and as always guys, hope to see you soon.